Okay, we're gonna move on now. Warner Brothers came out and canceled two movies that they were moving originally planned. Uh, Ava DuVernay's New Gods and James Wan spinoff The Trench have been canceled.
Eh, like, okay. I don't. Here's the question: why were you doing them in the first place?
Well, I can see that the Trench one, I mean, it was an interesting scene in Aquaman, and you got James Wan who has a horror background, and do more of a horror, spin on that in the underwater.
Yeah,
That could have been cool. I mean, it mixed like practical effects with CGI, and had like this horror, underwater adventure horror spin. That could have been interesting. But the new guys with Ava DuVernay, who to me, other than for Selma, hasn't proven herself. Her last movie, A Wrinkle in Time, was a bomb, both critically and financially.
yeah. And there's. Okay, let's put this out there. The New Gods are boring. They are. They're there to be the foil for Darkseid. And if if DC and Warner Brothers are not taking the Snyderverse, then you don't need a New Gods. The New Gods is pointless. They're just going like, so it's like if they took if they took the Snyderverse, then okay, a New Gods thing could be interesting. But right now, the New Gods are really just a foil for Darkseid, and they're supposed to be they're like the holier than now snoots of the DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, we're so powerful, but you guys are just piss ants compared to us. So that's kind of what they are. Like, Steppenwolf was originally a New God, so, he's a bad guy in the Snyderverse, but, there's a version of Steppenwolf where he's actually a good guy. So, it's kind of just like, I don't care. Yeah. I wasn't excited when they announced it. I don't care that they canceled it. Now, The Trench, if they were doing something like you said, but, my whole thing is just like, so what's the point of it? Like, what are you trying to do with this? If this was going to be like how The Trench happened, and then, or like something like that, of how they went down there and then got corrupted or something like that, or...
yeah, I mean, they could have done like a body horror film where these people go down there and they literally get transformed or into these monsters.
Right, and it's like, but also at the same time, it's just going like, what's the point? Like, for a whole movie for it. If you did something where Aquaman was going down to the trench to conquer it and to help whatever, it's all these things, it's really a curse done by some mystical artifact that Aquaman has to go down and destroy the artifact and bring and lift the people of the trench back up into the seven seas and all that stuff, and unite the seven seas of that stuff. Okay, there's a point to it, but that doesn't really make sense. Like, the point of this is like, you could do a lot with it, but I guess we hadn't got to the point of A, people caring about it, B, just like the interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's kind of the same thing, but just like, no one cares. It was an interesting part of the Aquaman movie, but it wasn't a big part of it. It was the finale thing. It was the we're being chased by a bunch of monsters scene. It wasn't like it wasn't the final battle.
Mm-hmm.
It was the setup to the final battle. And, if I guess if someone died in the trench, then okay. But no one died. So it's like, I guess our heroes have already conquered the bad. So it's like, who cares to go back?
Yeah, I'm fine with it because I would rather them, go forward with movies like Shazam 2, Black Adam, Batgirl, Katana, something where they could actually build a story and character around and have a beginning, middle, and end that has a point. So yeah, I'm not crying about this.
It would have been interesting but in the grand scheme of life, it frees up production time and money.
Yeah.
Is what it really does. They
Well,
can now take all that time and money. I mean, it sucks for the directors and the cast of everything else.
Well, not really, because James Wan is still doing Aquaman 2. But that was the other thing. Like, if he's about to start shooting Aquaman 2 soon, when was he going to do this anyway? I mean,
I don't know.
unless he was going to just be the producer and have some other director direct it, then okay.
But then you lose the point of, because James Wan is the horror guy.
Yeah, but he's done that with, like, The Conjuring. The next Conjuring, someone else is directing it. Insidious, other directors came on board. The Saw franchise. I mean, so he has passed his own stuff over to other people. But, you know.
I guess I go back to both of them. And the point of these movies was what?
To make more money.
Make more money, but it's just going like... There's a difference. We're doing stuff to make money. It's going like, yes, and you need a point, or else people won't go see the movie to get the point. And always remember to like, comment, subscribe wherever you are. The podcast is available wherever you want to get your podcast. If we are not there, let us know, and we will get there. Remember to like our Facebook page, Attack Bat Productions. Thanks for listening, everyone.